Law Talk on 1480 WSAR is brought to you by the law offices of Sabra and Aspen. Now into the studio with your host of Law Talk, attorney Steve Sabra.
Good afternoon. This is attorney Steven Sabra. You're listening to Law Talk on 1480 WSAR. We do this show every Tuesday from 1 to 2 p.m. It's your opportunity to call in with any law-related questions.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Question. It was a snowstorm that Thursday, I believe, 18th. Snowed overnight. 19th, it was pretty well cleared up, but I pulled into the post office parking lot, and not in Fall River, another town.
Mm-hmm.
And I pulled into the lot, plus a very busy post office, very busy. And it was about 10:15 in the morning. And there was a truck there plowing, but he was all the way up at the far end of the lot, and he was stopped. And I pulled in. There were no spaces. There's 2 rows of spaces on the east end of the building and on the west end, lower west end of the lot. And I stopped to back into a space on the west end of the lot. All of a sudden, he throws it in reverse and comes flying back because I held down on the horn. He just kept coming. So I took my foot off the brake and pushed the clutch in, and he, bang, slammed into me. Of course, needless to say, he didn't get any damage at all because he's got this big diesel 1-ton truck with a big Kindle hook on the back. But he got out of that truck, and he started screaming at me that I had no right being there, that he was working there, and I should have parked on the other side of the lot. And I said, guy, you got to look behind you when you back up. You weren't even looking. I said, I was holding down on the horn. Well, his son was outside the truck. I guess he was spreading salt. And he says, well, if you had enough time to hold down the horn, you should have had enough time to get out of the way. Well, he refused to give me any information, although I got the name off the truck, and he finally did give me his information. But the police wouldn't come because they said they were too busy. Plus, it was not on a public way, so they weren't obligated to come. And I reported it to the postmaster. Plus, she wasn't at that post office. But is there any liability? He's a contractor. Is there any liability on the part of the post office?
I wouldn't go to the post office route. I'd go the plow route. The guy backing up.
I did, but.
Because the problem with the post office is you're getting involved with a federal agency, and you're gonna be in a morass of bureaucracy that you are not gonna believe.
That doesn't surprise me.
So,
but, finally there was an off-duty policeman that came to pick up his mail, and he walked out. He goes, "You're gonna give me your information." He says, "Who are you?" I'm an off-duty. He's a Portuguese guy with a heavy accent, throwing his hands around and everything. So he says, "You're not on duty. That's not your car." So he says, "Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, you've got to give him swap information. I mean, he's willing to give you his license, his registration, and his insurance. You've got to do the same." He said, "I'll wait for the police." He was, "You're going to have a long wait because they're backed right up." He says, "If they're not here by the time I'm done, I'm leaving." He says, "Go ahead. Now it's hit and run." Well, he finally did give it to me.
Yeah, he's right. That would be a leaving the scene.
I don't have a warm and fuzzy feeling about this.
Well,
I report it to my insurance because it's I have option 1.
So you got collision on your own car.
I have collision on my own car, so I just figured, hey, I'm not going to go through the grief and aggravation of trying to get information from his company.
No, that's a good move.
They're probably going to give me the runaround anyway. He hit me so freaking hard that everything in the back went flying. And, I didn't break anything. I didn't get hurt, but I'm damn sore right now. It's going to go away, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we've got to end our show. We're sorry to cut you off, sir. Again, my name is Attorney Steven Saber. If you want to reach me at the office, the number is 508-674-0890. Again, 508-674-0890. Mostly what I do is serious personal injury cases, workers' compensation, and criminal defense, but on Tuesdays. Every Tuesday I am here from 1 to 2 p.m. So think up your questions for next week. Again, my name is Attorney Steven Saber. You've been listening to Law Talk on 1480 WSAR.